Do you understand?
Yes.
I'm not going to put any conditions on your bond. Just don't pick up any new cases.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, as long as you can just not get in any more trouble, I won't revoke your bond in this case. So what do you do in life now?
I'm ready to go to school.
You said you're in school?
What? Ready to go to school.
Well, you're getting ready to, how old are you, man?
57.
Come on.
Just decided to go. I ain't never been.
Oh, back to school to prove to Dad that I'm not a fool.
I don't want to go paralegal. So.
Do you want to apply for an appointed lawyer?
Yeah, please.
All right. You give me an application. All right. We're going to give you an application. Don't go anywhere while I find you someone, a lawyer to talk to you. Okay? Come on.
Judge, page.
Welcome back to Time Served, the channel that's against the docket so you don't have to, when you're 36 years old, have no job, and depend on a CPS check from the state of Texas for your girlfriend's adopted nieces and nephews, and you're still stealing from Walmart, Target, and everywhere else possible. Guaranteed, there is a hammer drop in your future, and Boyd, oh Boyd, does this guy think a little too highly of himself considering his circumstances. Check out the latest from the channel here. Like and subscribe. Set your notifications to all. Please help us out with that algorithm. Let's roll, nerds.
2023 CR 9479, State of Texas versus Christopher L. Vidari. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Hank Wilkins for the state, Your Honor.
Defense?
Todd Lester for Christopher Vidari.
And how do you pronounce your last name?
It's Vidari, or Vidari.
Oh, okay. I can't do that accent part.
Vidari.
Right.
Everybody has this problem.
All right. And are you Christopher Vidari?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
There's no application.
Thank you, Judge.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery and did you review it with your client?
I have, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Vidari, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Well, we are, Your Honor. No, we're not. Waiving the right. Okay. It's a state jail. Okay. We're waiving the enhancement allegation, Your Honor. And
I don't think you all are waiving the enhancement. Is that correct?
Judge, we're moving forward as for 1 year state jail to proceed as a state jail felony.
I mean, this is a state jail felony, correct? Because in the indictment, it's only alleging that he ran away from an officer, which is not a
What are you running from? Huh? You're running away from the truth.
felony.
That's correct.
So then the enhancement allegation is being used to make it a state jail.
Correct.
So y'all proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are, Your Honor. I'm sorry for the misunderstanding.
Oh, no problem.
I thought there was a repeated allegation.
That's okay. Maybe I was thinking the law maybe had changed and I wasn't aware. All right. So y'all are proceeding on the indictment as presented.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Vidari, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of evading arrest, detention, second or more? That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to two years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
He is, Your Honor.
All right, so everyone, y'all are talking too loud. Court reporter is having a hard time. Mr. Vidari, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 1 year in the state jail facility. There are no applications, and the state is taking in consideration 715544, 722015, 715474, 713232, night mag number 740009, and 713231. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counselor, have there been any such motions?
There have not, Your Honor.
Then to the offense as charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State, any evidence?
Your Honor, I offer State's Exhibit 1 in the attachments.
No objections.
Showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent? Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We are, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, I think my client would like to address the court himself.
All right, yes.
Well, Your Honor, I know I made a mistake and a bunch of mistakes.
No, not mistakes. You made choices.
Many choices, yes. Made bad choices. I had surgery not too long ago. I had an abscess under my arm. I had surgery on my wrist. So I was out for like a month, no work. And that's why I was doing all this shoplifting, getting stuff for the house for me and my wife. I have 4 kids of my own. We adopted 2. We have a new apartment now.
So you adopted 2 children and you're out stealing.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's kind of hard just her doing it by herself. And I couldn't donate plasma, and I really didn't have the strength to do any type of work. And I just made wrong choices, like I said. But I do have a good support group. I do have a good job.
No, see, here's the thing. What I know is when these children were adopted, was that through Child Protective Services?
Yes, it was.
All right. So what I know is when you adopt children through Child Protective Services, were they listed as special needs children or no?
No, they're not special. It was my wife's niece. She.
So what I know is when you adopt 2 children in the state of Texas, I don't know how they do it in other states, but I know in the state of Texas, what ends up happening is you get similar to a stipend for each child. So you are probably already getting about.
Yeah, we get like a good $1,000.
No, you get more than $1,000 because it's 2 children.
Yeah.
And not only do you get that, you get medical. And not only do you get that, those 2 children, I hope you all are encouraging them. They get to go to a state college for free.
Yes, they get all those benefits.
So they're getting benefits and you're stealing.
Yeah, I was stealing stuff, stupid stuff, like hygiene and stuff. I shouldn't have been doing that. I made wrong choices, but like I said, I got a good job when I get out.
So did you have the children with you during your first evading?
Of course.
No. I'm talking about the first time that you picked up an evading, which is what they're using for enhancement for this evading to make it a state jail felony. Did you have those children?
Yes, well, yes, they're under my wife's, protective custody. Like, my wife is the one that, she got custody of them, not me. It was her. It was all her. Like children are under her care. I just help.
You just live there.
I just help to support,
And here's my other question. And mind you, this is a suitcase that I think needs to be unpacked. Here's my other question. So when she adopted the children, were you living in the home? That's a no. No, you were not. So what has happened is she has not had you in the home. And when CPS did a study of her house to place those, you couldn't be there.
I could.
And now you're there.
Yes.
And well, I guess CPS needs to check on that because the children are not in a great place with you being there.
Well,
And if you,
I am a good person.
here's the thing, if you love her and if you love those children, you need not be in that household. Do you understand?
I mean, I do understand, but I am a good person. I don't plan on living like this the rest of my life. My dad is deacon for St. Dominic's Church. I mean, my mom's a school teacher,
Okay, I want you to listen to me carefully.
I have a good
Listen,
support group.
here's the thing. I know you're trying to tell me how great you are, and I appreciate that, but I want you to listen to me carefully. If you love her, you will not live with her. And let me just tell you why you will not live with her. Because when those children were placed with her for adoption, number one, obviously, somebody's rights have been terminated, and those children are experiencing trauma because their parents' rights have been taken away from them. And they're trying to put them in a place that they think will be safe for them, where they can go to sleep at night without worrying about people picking up cases and police officers knocking on the door looking for people.
Yeah.
And when CPS studied her home for placement, you were not there. And I'm sure she told them, I don't have a man living here.
Yes.
And now what has happened is CPS is out of the picture because she's adopted the children. I know because I did CPS cases.
Okay.
She's receiving a stipend for both of those children. And sometimes they will even give you food stamps. At least that's what we called them when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Or WIC and all of that stuff.
Yes.
And it's not for that money to be supporting. How old are you?
36.
Not for that money to be supporting a 36-year-old. So if you love her and if you love those children, you will not be in that household until you get your life together, because otherwise,
We're getting married.
here's the thing. Otherwise, you know what's going to end up happening? CPS is going to come in because they're going to get a report and those children will be removed and they will have another trauma on top of trauma. Do you understand?
Yeah, I do understand. I don't want that though. I don't want that though. I mean, I have a good support group, man. And I know I made wrong choices, but that's not me. That's not me.
I appreciate you telling me what you think I want to hear, but I would prefer the truth. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to follow your agreement. I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to sentence you to 1 year in the state jail facility.
All right.
If I could, I would not give you any credit, but I'm going to give you credit for any time served. Taking consideration 715544722 015 715-474 713-232 NIMAC number 740009 713-231. Showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
We can go off the record. I'm going to say it for the final time. If you truly love her, if you truly love those children, you know you're not doing right. You should not be in their life. And guess what? CPS is going to get involved and they're going to remove those children. Do you understand?
I do understand that. I don't plan on getting in trouble anytime.
And just because you've adopted children, that doesn't mean that CPS can't come back and remove them. Do you understand?
I do understand that.
All right. Good luck to you.
I think
Who's here on Oscar Martinez?